What's going on, people of YouTube? It's your boy here, the Warlock, and today we are doing a deck profile for my boy Venom X over at TeamDew. Today we're doing the Son Goku Ultra Instinct deck profile. This guy is, before he awakens, he's automatically a critical. He's got the Warrior of Universe 7 effects, where it treats Universe 7 cards in all areas as if they have no specific cards. Now the Universe 7 effect, I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, I think that Universe 7 effect basically means no matter if they're different colors, as long as you have the energy for it, you can play it. I could be wrong. You guys let me know in the comments below. His Awaken, when you have a Universe 7 card in play with 25k power or more, or your life is 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards and flip this card over. Now, this deck, the main purpose of this deck is getting your 25k power card out sooner rather than later to awaken at an earlier turn. And when he awakens, you have Ultra Instinct Son Goku. He is a critical Warrior Universe 7. It's auto. When this card attacks, you can draw a card, then choose up to one of your Universe 7 cards in the battle, and it gets 5k power for the duration of the turn. So yeah, that is the leader, guys. The cards we are running a full 60 cards, because now instead of 50 they moved it up to 60, and I figured, use the most of it because we are going to need that in the deck. So for the unisons, we're using the new guy, Vegito Warrior from Another Dimension. For like the life of me, I could never figure out what deck to use this for, and I think it might work well for Universe 7. I could be wrong. You can correct me in the comments below, but that's what I think, mostly because of his activation main. For a red, blue, green, yellow energy, you can draw 3 cards, and this card gets a 15k power boost, triple attack for the turn, and your opponent can only activate counter skills one more time for the turn. It also has a +1 where you can put X cards from your energy in your drop area, and then you can do the same amount of cards from your drop to your energy. So you can, swap cards from your drop to energy. It is a double strike, and it's permanent. This card can attack if it has 3 or fewer markers on it. So if it's got 3 or fewer, then it can attack, but still a good card. And then to help use the red, blue, green, yellow energy effect, we are running 3 of the Krillin and 18 power couple. There's no green cards in this deck. I mostly have this just for the unison. So this is mostly going to be for energy. If you do play a kudos, I have 3 of them because you could play 2 of these and then you can play the 3rd one on the field, because it does have a cool effect. Yeah, when you play this card, you can either choose one card in your hand, place it, or choose one of your your opponent chooses one card from their hand and places it in the drop, or they can choose a keyword skill from a battle card in rest mode and negate it for the turn. But yeah, mostly we have this for energy, for the unison. For super combos, we are running the Backbone of the Universe Goku. Basically, if your lead card is the Universe 7, you have 5 or less life, you can draw 1 card, and this card gains 10k combo power. So mostly used for super combos. And then next up we have the Ultra Instinct Son Goku Battle Mastery. When you play this card from your hand, you can look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, choose 1 multicolor extra card, and these battle cards will be featuring a lot of extra cards, and multicolor extra cards, I should say. So choose up to 1 multicolor extra card among them, add it to your hand, and then place the remaining cards at the top or bottom of your deck in any order. So basically this guy is going to help you get more extra cards, which with your multicolor extra cards, you'll be able to play stuff out on the field. And then his second auto, when this card is KO'd or is removed from a battle by your opponent's skill, choose up to one multicolor extra card from your drop and add it to your hand. And then we're running, did I put 4? Yeah. We're running 4 Ultra Instinct Son Goku Universe Impulse. But this guy, when you play him, he gets a 10k boost, which boosts him up to 26,000. And then after your turn, when it's your opponent's turn, and he plays a battle card, this card returns to your hand. Then by your next turn, play him 10k boost again, and then boom. Really good for pressuring. We run 4 in here because it's a true drop, and when you have a lot of when you get a lot of energy out, it's easy to play like 2 of these later on in the game. So we have 4 of those to really put pressure on your opponent. Next up is Ultra Instinct Energy Explosion. If I can get more of these cards, I will replace these with more of these because of his auto, where when one of your cards deals damage to your opponent, deal an additional damage to your opponent, which this has came in handy and not in the King's deck many fucking times against me. His other auto, choose 3 of your energy, place them in their owner's drop. When you play this card from your hand, choose up to 3 cards in your drop, negate their energy exhaust, and place it in the energy. So basically this guy can also ramp up your energy as well, which is why I also want to get him in Counter-Strike Krillin, but also in this deck too for Venom X there. For the big boy play, we have... Oh, speaking of that, he messaged me. Last one standing, Son Goku. He's activation main. You can choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. His auto, when you play this card from your hand, if there are 9 or more Universe 7 in your drops, for the duration of this turn, this card gets a 10k power and triple, and the attack cannot be negated. We have 2 of these because, again, if you can get both of them out, kudos for you. It's good to add pressure and whatnot. And then next up we have the 9-drop Son Goku Strength of Legends. The permanent, you can only have one copy. Only one copy can be played in your battle area. His activation main, if you have at least 1 mono red, blue, green, and yellow card in your drop, and you have 4 more energy, you can play this card from your hand. So as long as you have a 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green, and 1 yellow card in your drop area, you'll be able to play this card from your hand without paying its energy cost, from what it says. Which is why we have either the yellow card, or you can do... let me find it. Which is why we run 3 of these, because you can have at least 2 for energy, and then this one you could probably drop as a combo, or these 2 for energy, and then one of the battle cards we'll have is basically you can... Actually, no, that should be the Unison's effect. Yeah, the Unison effect is +1, where you can swap cards from your hand, from your drop. Yeah. But anywho, his other activation... But yeah, his activation main is basically... You can play it from your hand as long as you have a red, blue, green, and yellow in your drop area. His other activation main, once per turn, for a red, blue, green, and yellow energy. You can switch this card to active mode. So if you come, so say he's in rest mode, you tap the 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green, 1 yellow, and he is back in active mode, and he also gains critical, double, and dual attack. So not only is he a double, not only is it a critical, he can attack 2 more times. So that's a double attack again, boom, that is a quadruple fucking attack. Critical. All goes to the drop. And then we have all running, I think 3 We are running 3 Super Saiyan Vegeta Steadfast Ally. He is a blocker. He's also has an auto where one of your red-blue multicolor battle card is removed from the battle by a skill. You can play this card from your hand. Yeah, you can play this card from your hand. I don't think you have to pay its energy cost from what it looks like, but basically, it's easy to play him out if you have a multicolor. So if one of your multicolor gets KO'd, you can play that guy from your hand. And then we have Android 18, the Never-Ending Energy, which basically when you play this card, you can draw 2 cards. So just draw mechanics to make sure you have a fat hand, because it's always going to have a good hand. Next up we have the Krillin Battle Mastery. This guy we have just to try and find Tournament of Power faster, which is a extra card I highly recommend in this deck. If I had another copy, I would put 2 copies in it. Speaking of androids, we have Android 17, Turning the Tide. It is a critical and a deflect. Deflects, if I'm correct, they are unaffected by counterplays. His auto, when you play this card, choose all cards in your hand, your opponent's hand, and all battle cards in your opponent's drop area, shuffle them in the deck. And yeah, shuffle them in their owner's deck. So basically you can control your opponent's hand and put the drop in the deck. He's also got a neat power of 30,000. Next up, we are running 2 Android 17 Spirit Vanisher. This is what I mean when the deck runs on multicolor extra cards, because his activation main, you can choose 2 red and blue extra cards in your hand, place them in the drop to play this card from your hand. When you do play him, his auto, when this card is KO'd, or KOs an opponent's battle card, choose 1 red-blue multi-extra card in your drop, or warp, and add it to your hand. So basically you can send 2 drops, you can drop 2 multicolor extra cards to play this from your hand, and then if you successfully destroy a battle card, you can bring one of those said cards back. And then we are running two of the Focused Mind Sun's Gohans. It is a barrier, which means this card can't be chosen by the skill of your opponent's skills. Activate your main once per turn. Basically look up the top 7 cards from your deck. Choose 1 Universe 7 among them, and then you can play that card without playing its energy cost. So basically this is a free way to bring out more Universe 7, to control the battlefield. And then next up we have Piccolo, the Mechian Lineage. It's a blocker. What's up, you guys? Sorry about that. So we are back. It is the next day. My phone was being wonky, so I had to record this in 2 days. We left off with, I think it was 2 Piccolos. The blocker permanent reduces summoning cost to 1. And then also when this card's KO'd, you can bring back a red-blue multicolor. Anywho, back on with Ultra Instinct. So next up we are running the Gohan Leader, which is a counterplay or counterattack. When you play this card, you can activate this skill until the start of your next main phase. You can only take 1 damage from a double, triple, or quad strike. It really comes in handy. I really need to get more in this deck. But yeah. After that, we are running 2 Ten Shinhan Spirit Vanisher. Activation main, you can choose 2 red or blue extra cards in your hand, place them in the drop, and then you can play this card from your hand. When you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and it gets negative 20,000 for the turn. And that's the Ten Shinhan. Now originally, Venom X did have the other Ten Shinhan in this deck, but I feel like that didn't fit well with me. But one thing that did work is we have 2 of the skillless Master Roshis, or Buff Daddy as I call them. Rerun these 2 in the deck. Possibly I want to try and get 3 in here so we can bring out this 4-drop Goku. The way this 4-drop Goku works is he's a critical, by the way. Activation main for 2 energies. If you have 2 or more skillless battle cards with original powers of 10,000, like the Roshis, in play, you don't have a copy of this card on the field, you can basically play this card. You can play this card to the field. And then when this card is played from your hand, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 power or less, ignoring barrier, and KO it. Alright, sorry about that, guys. So, yeah. So, anywho, auto, when you play this card, you can basically KO a 20,000 power or less battle card. Okay, put that right there. Next up in the deck, we are running 1 Frieza Impaled Inspiration. Auto, when you combo with this card, you can choose up to one of your leader card or battle card, and it gains critical for the turn. So basically, this deck also is heavy on crits for, dealing that sweet pressure. And then next up, we are running 3 of the 3 Friendly Rival Frieza. Leader card is red. When you combo with this card, choose up to one of your red extra cards from your deck, place it in the drop, and then shuffle your deck. Wait. You combo with this card, choose up to 1 red extra card from your deck, place it in the drop, and shuffle your deck. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you place an extra card from your deck in the drop, which I think it ties into one of the other Universe 7 effects, if I'm not mistaken. Next up, we have Beerus Divine Obliterator. It's a super combo. If leader card is red or blue, and it's your opponent's turn. When you combo with this card from your hand, choose up to one of the red-blue multicolor energy and switch it to active mode. So basically, we run 3 of these to help get energy back up. Next up, we are running the Whis Tournament Spectator. When you play this card, choose up to 1 tournament of power from your deck, add it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. So basically, just like Krillin, this is also going to help find the Tournament of Power extra card. For extra cards, we are running Emperor Death Beam. Basically, activation main or battle. You can choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and it gets negative 30k power for the duration of the turn. The other activation main, send this card from your drop to your warp. Look at the top card of your deck. If it is a multicolor extra card, you may add it to your hand. Otherwise, place it on the top of your deck. So basically, it's not a draw, but you can see what your future draw is going to give you. It could be a future draw if you have an extra card. We do have a lot in this deck. And then we are running also 4 of the We're in This Together. If your leader card is a Universe 7 card, choose all of your opponent's battle cards with 25,000 power or less, KO them. And if your leader card is a Universe 7, for 1 red energy, you can add this card from the drop area to your hand. So basically, you can, drop your full energy, activate this card, it goes to the drop, you waste another energy, or tap another energy, and you bring it back to your hand. So basically, you can use this twice. Or you can get it back after you use it. Next up, we have Royal Condemnation. Counterplay, your leader card is Universe 7. If the battle card being played has an energy cost of 8 or less, it is placed at the bottom of its owner deck instead of being played. Sorry, that was an update. Activation main, send this card from your drop to the warp. Look at the top card of your deck. If it's a multicolor extra card, you may add it to your hand. Otherwise, place it on the top of your deck. And then we have the Tournament of Power as a field permanent. If your leader card is a Universe 7, negate energy exhaust of your red-blue multicolor area. So basically, if you have multicolor... Alright, we're back, guys. So we have the Tournament of Power field spell. Basically, negates energy exhaust. And if your leader is a Universe 7, you can switch this card to rest mode to look up to 3 cards from the top of your deck and place them in any order. Yeah, place them on the top or bottom in any order. Now we have the Eternal Energy Shift counterattack, which negates the attack. And also choose up to one of your battle cards and one of your energy and switch them to active mode. And then we run 2 of the counter plays, or 2 of the counter attacks. Again, this one negates the attack. And then choose 2 battle cards, switch them to rest mode. And then if you do so, your opponent can only attack 1 more turn. I think that's what it says. I could have misread it. Then next up we have We Are Universe 7. Basically, you can either choose one Universe 7 card from your drop area, add it to your hand, or choose one Universe 7 card with an energy cost of 4 or less from your deck to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. I'm thinking about running more than just 2. Then after that, we are running... Oh wow, that's not a Sensu Bean. Whoops. 2 Sensu Beans. Basically, your battle cards get a 5k boost. Also, you get to stand 2 energies. And then we also are running Result of Training. This basically, during your turn, you may activate your Leader's Awaken if you have 5 or more in your life. Then choose 4 of your energies and switch them to active mode. So basically, this helps you awaken early. Granted, the Leader also does as well. And then for our final cards, we run 2 Universe 7 Representative. That look at the 7 cards on top of your deck, choose up to 1 Universe 7 among them, add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. But yeah, guys, that has been Ultra Instinct. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Cake.